Let me feel your love again. 'Cause I've been running round in circles, screaming out your name. Take me to a different place.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. I'm so excited to be sharing this week's clean with me, and just know this video is bound to give you some extreme cleaning motivation. Thank you so much to Noom for sponsoring today's video, and let's just get right into it. I wanted to begin my day with a power hour, but it ended up turning into a power hour and a half, or maybe even 2 hours straight of cleaning and tidying up. I find that once I get moving and I can visibly see the progress I'm making, I am much more likely to want to keep going. So the first thing that I did was throw in a load of laundry. A little trick I like to do when I'm doing laundry is to set a timer for 5 minutes after the load begins, so I remember to add my fabric softener. If you guys have a washer that does not have an automatic fabric softener dispenser like mine, this is an easy habit to get into so you don't move on to something else and then forget to add it like I always used to. But as you can see, the next thing that I moved on to was just making my bed, and of course I had my little helper helping me out with this.
All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand.
While I'm focusing on cleaning up my room, we are going to talk about this week's sponsor, Noom. I'm sure that we can all agree that 2020 has been a challenging year, and I'm no exception, and I've found myself really falling off the healthy lifestyle bandwagon. That's why I'm thrilled to be partnering with Noom for this video, because it's really got me excited to get my health back on track and share it with all of you. If you have never heard of Noom before, it's a health program created by behavioral psychologists to help you establish good habits so you can eat healthier and lose weight. It teaches you the why behind your habits so that you can change your mindset, and the best part is that there is no extreme dieting or off-limits foods. With Noom, you participate in daily lessons to actually teach you about nutrition and best practices for lifelong results. My personal goal is to make healthier choices so I can feel like my best self and maybe fit a little bit better into my pre-quarantine jeans. Noom is so easy to use. You just take a quick health survey and you only need to spend 5 to 10 minutes a day on Noom to see results. I love using Noom to track my meals and activity. I like to do this at the end of the day, and it helps me to understand the choices that I made and make even better ones the next day. I appreciate as well that there's so much community support between my personal goal coach and a group chat to help connect me to like-minded peers who can keep me focused and cheer me on. I wholeheartedly believe in Noom's psychological approach to health and fitness, and only wish I had found it sooner. I know you guys are going to find it so refreshing and helpful, so make sure that you click the link in my description to try Noom for yourself now.
Oh, would you let it be if I leave tonight? We could do this right, we'll find the remedy. Oh, would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here.
As you just saw, we have moved on to the kitchen, and I started by clearing off the table and giving it a wipe down. Now I'm cleaning off my countertops and folding clean towels to be put away.
I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be if I leave tonight? We could do this right, we'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now
Now we're going to move on to doing the dishes. I did not do them the night before. If you guys have been watching my videos a lot recently, you will know I have become so guilty of not doing the dishes until the next morning. This is not a habit that I'm proud to be getting into, but it's the season of life that I'm in right now, and sometimes there's just things that are more important than getting the dishes done. But stick around because in just a minute, I'm going to be showing you some really satisfying sink cleaning motivation.
Looking back at the good times before it all went down. Climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you're my liability. Yeah, I know you're my You say that you're sorry. We turn the page and make up. A broken trust got you haunted. The doubting you wasn't.
I left an old rusty pot at the bottom of my sink for a couple of days and it left a rusty ring behind. I remember years ago, before I discovered the power of baking soda, Googling how to get rust stains out of a kitchen sink. I wanted to show you guys how simple it is to get these stains out, and for this I'm using my Mrs. Meyer's baking soda cream cleanser and a brush. I mention this in so many of my videos, but it really is one of my all-time favorite cleaning products. It smells incredible and it cleans out even the most difficult stains, which you will see right here. You can find this on the Grove Collaborative website, which I always leave a link to in my description box.
Oh, what a hopeless case we could be. Yeah. Oh, what a hopeless place that we're in. But I'm your liability. I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability.
You guys hear me mention e-cloths all the time, and that's because they are just my favorite cleaning product. They work so well, and I love that I'm cleaning all of the surfaces in my home without chemicals. I'm going to show you all of the ways that I use e-cloths now. So first of all, I'm cleaning my countertops, and then in just a minute, I'm also going to clean my stovetop and then all of my stainless steel appliances using the same exact cloth, and you will see that it works on every single surface.
Place that we're in. But I'm your liability.
I'm typically a Method heavy-duty degreaser fan when it comes to cleaning my stovetop, but on this day, I just decided to go for it and use my e-cloth, and it did a perfect job. It did just as well as my Method degreaser normally does, so I'm really excited to know that I can use it for that. This is just such a versatile product, and I would recommend e-cloths to anybody. So I always leave their link in my description box if you're interested in checking out their site and purchasing some things for yourself. I honestly can't think of a single product on their site that I would not recommend.
Just because the future scares me, and that everything shall pass.
My stainless steel cloth set was dirty, so I'm just using the same cloth for all of my stainless steel appliances as well, but I did use one of their polishing cloths to finish everything off so that it was not streaky. This stain is brought to you by old bananas I left sitting on my countertop for way too long. Who knew they'd be able to do this much damage? To clean this, I used a magic eraser. Magic erasers truly live up to their name. They are actual magic. And while this stain was stubborn and still left a small trace behind, I know that with a few more passes of my magic eraser, it will be gone for good.
Hello, how'd you do? I'm not broken.
This bathroom is the one that Carson uses the most often, and if any guests come over, which, let's be honest, in COVID, we don't have a ton of people coming over, but if they do, they would use this bathroom, so I do like to keep it clean as much as possible. I'm still a huge fan of my Clorox disposable toilet wands for cleaning the toilet, and then I also like to use just my Clorox disinfectant wipes to wipe everything down. I had a subscriber suggest in a recent video that I just get microfiber cloths for the bathroom that are a different color than all of the other ones so that I know which ones are which, and that way I don't need to use a disposable wipe. I can use something reusable, which is obviously better for the environment and just better for so many different reasons. And I'm considering doing that, but let me know if you guys have any other suggestions in the comments below. I love learning from you guys. I learn honestly my best tricks from all of you.
Try to be cool.
If you have never tried Scentsy before, I always leave a link to my sister's Scentsy site down below in my description box. I'm not a big candle fan because open flames with a cat and a toddler gives me anxiety, but Scentsy wax never gets hot enough to burn even if you stuck your whole hand right into it. It just gives me peace of mind, and only one cube makes my entire 1,100 square foot apartment smell incredible. Like I said, I always leave a link to my sister's site in my description box if you want to take a look for yourself.
You made me come undone. Now I know that it's okay.
Next up, Carson and I headed to Target, so in just a minute, I'm going to share with you guys our random Target haul. Now that we're back, I thought I'd show you guys the really random Target trip that we just had that somehow cost me $200, but isn't that the story of everybody's life when they go to Target? So I got strawberries. This is all I got for food was these cotton candy yogurts that Carson loves and strawberries. I'm planning to do like an actual grocery shop. I actually don't like to do my grocery shopping at Target. I prefer to go to like a big grocery store. I just feel like Target's options are pretty limited, but there's a couple of things that I will grab there. And then I picked up this odor absorbing splatter screen. I realized when I was making the steak last night that was splattered all over my stovetop that I didn't have one of these, and I think I actually did have one at one point, but it was very low quality, and I think this one, it just feels like it's gonna work much better. So I'm excited to have this. Hopefully that will help prevent my stovetop from getting too dirty. And then I also grabbed this pretty basket. I think I'm going to use this for Carson's toys that we're going to organize in just a little bit, and I don't know, show you guys how I end up using that. This, I'm really into cups that claim that they're leak proof, and this is one of them, so I'm gonna give this a try for Carson, and it just looked like a nice quality cup. So picked that up for him. Got a couple of vitamins for myself. I use melatonin like every single night. Probably not the best idea. I'm pretty dependent on it, but these are definitely the best melatonin gummies. They taste really good and they're just my favorite. And then I picked up these Swift Energy vitamins. They have caffeine in them, and I think this is good for me because I don't always want to drink a sugary drink, and I don't drink coffee, and sometimes honestly I just don't want to drink something to get caffeine. So this will be nice as like a quick boost. So I'm excited to try those. I did pick up deodorant. I don't know why. So I used to use like the all natural stuff. It made my armpits really itchy, which is such a weird thing for me to be sharing on the internet, but I decided to get the Secret Clinical Strength, not because I'm that sweaty of a person, just because I don't know, if it's gonna prevent me from sweating more than a normal one, then I guess I like that. I don't know. So I always get this one. It's my favorite one. Probably not good for me at all. So I'd like to switch to a natural deodorant, but so far I haven't found one that I'm like in love with. So hopefully I can figure that out soon. And then I got the Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. These are like my favorite thing ever, and I pretty much always have to pick them up at Target because I use them all the time. And then pull-ups for Carson. He is still in pull-ups overnight. He slept without a pull-up the other night actually, and he did really well. But it's just like peace of mind for both of us, I think, so he doesn't have to get up in the night to go pee. And then I grabbed this little self-cleaning slicker brush. I'm hoping this will work. This is actually for my cat Lucy, who does not live with me. She lives with my ex, and her fur is really matted, and I noticed that the last time that I saw her. So I bought this, and I'm hoping I can brush her and just get her being a little bit more comfortable, because it definitely looks uncomfortable to have so many mats and stuff. And then I got this mini jade facial roller. I see people use these all the time. I don't know if it actually is going to do anything, but it said relieve stress, and that was pretty much enough to sell me on it. And then I also picked up just paper towels. These are my favorite paper towels, the Full Sheet Strong and Absorbent Up and Up brand, which is Target brand. I think these are just the best ones, and I always grab these ones if they're available. And then I got this container that I'm going to use for Carson's Play-Doh and just crafting and stuff. He's got kind of an abundance right now, and I don't have a good enough container for them. And then I picked up these two, which I'm going to use for going through all of Carson's toys today and doing kind of a toy rotation. So I think these will work really well just to get some stuff put away so we can rotate them out and maybe not have this happen every single day. With the holidays coming up, I really am trying to start going through Carson's toy collection before we bring in a ton of new things. I will be honest, this project is something I absolutely dread and become extremely overwhelmed with every time I attempt it. I want to stress that you should always aim for progress and not perfection when it comes to things like this. I had to repeat that mantra to myself a couple of times while I was working on this. It was especially difficult trying to tackle this project with Carson around, but honestly, I felt it was important to include him because these are his toys at the end of the day, and it's not for me to decide what is important to him and what isn't. So I let him really make the final say about what he was ready to let go of, and if it were up to me, a whole lot more would have made its way out of our home, but we will for sure revisit this a few more times before the holidays, and of course, always aim for progress instead of perfection. This is what I like to call Carson's Playroom Closet. It is a big closet, like really big for an apartment, and it just works perfectly for us as a miniature playroom. And honestly, this room needs to just be completely emptied out and reconfigured, but I did the best that I could to go through all of the bins and just try to find things that either Carson had completely forgotten about that were hidden in bins, or maybe some things that I just know he's not interested in anymore. But like I said, I found this project extremely overwhelming, and being in his closet was making it 10 times worse. So I decided that I really wanted to focus the majority of my efforts on what was in the living room, because that is the area that I can't just close the door on and walk away, and I really don't want it to get quite as messy as it does on a daily basis. Here I'm just transferring over Carson's Play-Doh collection into a bigger bin. I also had a bunch of arts and crafts supplies in this container as well that I'm going to just toss into the bigger container, but I do need to think of a good system for storing all of Carson's Play-Doh and arts and crafts supplies. For now, this works fine, but I'm definitely trying to find a better system.
If I'm the bad one.
At this point, I was feeling like I couldn't even focus anymore because there were just too many toys out. So I really wanted to get everything back where it belongs. As much as Carson protested this because he was still playing, I really needed to get everything tidied up so I could actually see what we have and see where everything is stored, where we have extra room, where we might not have any room at all, and it would just help me a little bit more with going through everything.
All is wrong.
While I was at it tidying up, the couch just needed a little bit of help, so I'm just gonna fluff that back up and clean it off a little bit. If you guys have never heard of magnet tiles before, these are a huge hit, and I just wanted to mention that if any of you are looking for maybe a Christmas present or something for your children, these things are awesome and I would highly recommend them. I just got mine off of Amazon, and I will have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you were interested in looking at them for yourself. I use my media console as toy storage for Carson. I actually don't have any DVD player or any sort of video game consoles or anything like that, so there's really nothing else I would store in here other than toys for him. So I just wanted to go through it because I honestly couldn't even remember what was in there, because I haven't been as on top of my game about putting everything away in a certain spot every single day. So here I was kind of just taking inventory and just trying to fit as much in there as I could so that there was nothing out on the floor anymore.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more.
I just want to say that everybody's definition of minimal and everybody's idea of how many toys their kids should have is going to be different. And this is more than I would like there to be, but it's progress, and sometimes that's just the best that I can do. So I ended up putting, these are some of Carson's most used toys, into this bin, so they're just easy for him to grab. Like, he loves his little dino trucks. Also, these big dino trucks are not going anywhere. They are his absolute favorite toy. We bring them everywhere with us, which is not easy because they're gigantic. They're all like broken because he loves them so hard. They're also used toys that we purchased off of eBay and Mercari and all of those apps because they don't make a lot of them anymore, but he loves them so much. So these are going to stay out, and that might bother some people, but it doesn't bother me because they make him happy. And then I've just got a couple more toys in each of these cabinets. And then over here I took a lot of the toys out of the bins, so these are pretty close to being empty. I do want to find a way to not need this at all out here, but for now we still do. So these are the toys that I've packed up to either put away for future children or toys that I have decided to get rid of because this shouldn't be in this bin. Okay, so all of these things are like empty Play-Doh or Mistmates that have lost what they go to, or they're just broken and trash. So this is all actually getting thrown away. So it's unfortunate, but that's what is happening with all of those. And then in here, these are some toys that I'm going to rotate out. Like, he has a million dinosaurs. There's no reason for him to have so many. So I've got bags of dinosaurs and sharks that I'm going to store away. And then all of this is baby toys, and he just doesn't play with them anymore, including that. And then his closet, he plays with, honestly, like, this is going to sound insane, but he plays with all of these things all the time. So I'm just not gonna put all of them away on him. He loves his toys, and I would just feel really bad, especially now where he's home a lot when I'm working from home. I want to keep him entertained, and he enjoys all of these things, and I'm just not gonna put them away on him, at least not until Christmas comes and he's got a bunch of new things and he's forgetting about some of this, but he honestly does play with all of it.
You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to
I really hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. I also want to say thank you again to Noom for sponsoring this video, and make sure you all click the link in my description box to try out Noom for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you all back here next week for another video.
Just watch me breathe.